So the next question says, last week, this is number 5 now. Last week in Sacramento, it rained 3 days. What is the ratio of the days it did not rain to the number of days in the week? So what's it asking us for? No rain to the week, right? And hopefully you guys all know how many days there are in a week, because that's going to be a pretty easy answer for us. So let's see, if it rained here, how many days are there in a week? It's easy, right? Just 7. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And there we go. So how many days did it rain? It rained 3 days. So if it rained 3 days, how many days did it not rain on the week? Well, if you can't figure it out in your head, 7 minus 3 equals 4. So that's our answer. Oops. 4. So our ratio would be 4 to 7. All right, that's number 5. Number 6, what is 100% of 78.9? Well, let me ask you a question real quick. What's 100% of 5? It's just 5, right? It's going to stay the same. So if it's 100%, it's going to be whatever number it gives you. 100% of 78.9 is just 78.9. And that was like a little trick question to make sure you understand what the 100% is. Remember, 100% over a number, it's like multiplying this by 1. All right. Next question. Amber paid $6.21 for 3 markers. So $6.21 for 3 markers, right? $6.21 for 3 markers. What is the unit price for a marker? Well, we know that unit price means our denominator, the bottom number of our fraction, is going to equal 1. So one of our units are going to be 1. Usually the bottom ones, we're trying to make it 1. So right now we have $6.21 and 3 markers. We're trying to figure out the price per marker. So per marker means per 1 marker. So what did I do to get from 3 to 1? I divided, right? I did 3 divided by 3 to equal 1. And if I do it down here, I'm going to have to do it up there as well. Which means, yes, you are going to have to divide 621 by 3. So 621 goes on the inside. 3 is on the outside. How many times can 3... if I can make this bigger. Kind of small. How many times can 3 go into 6? There you go. That's 2, right? So 3 times 2 equals 6. You're left with 0 remainders. Bring down your 2. How many times can 3 go into 2? Oh, actually, I'm sorry. And before I even do that, I move my decimal straight up, right? As long as you're lined up, bring my decimal straight up. Oh, that's a tiny little dot. It's ugly, but that's my decimal. Okay. So this is going to be 3 goes into that 0 times. You know, 3 times 0 is 0. 2 minus 0. I'm not even going to do that step because it's going to be the same number. Now I bring down my 1. 21. 3 times what equals 21? 7, right? 3 times 7 equals 21. Then you subtract. 21 minus 21 is 0. Not 0.0. It showed up out of nowhere. All right, so 2.07. That's how much each marker costs. $2.07. Make sure you have your money sign because we're talking about money. All right, that was number 7. Esmeralda could type at 40 words per minute. At this rate, how many words did she type in 12 minutes? So it actually gives us our unit rate. It says 40 words, right? Or actually, let me write like we should. It's going to be words over minutes, right? And so how many words over minutes do we have on the first one? Well, it says 40 over 1 minute, right? Per minute means 1 minute. At this rate, how many words does she type in 12 minutes? So it says how many words? So we don't know what that is. So this is our X right here, basically. In 12 minutes, right? If you keep your things lined up, 12 is down here. So how did I get from 1 to 12? What did I multiply by? 12. And so if I do 40 times 12, you will have your answer. Your missing number. How many words? So 40 times 12. Work it out. You'll have your answer. Here's the last one I'm going to do for right now. 42 is 60% of what number? So if you remember the formula, percent over 100 equals is over of, or part over whole. Just fill in your areas. So what information do we have? Well, we have 60%. So we know that's going to go over our 100. And that equals our is over of. Do we have our is? Yep, is right here. Next 42 is right next to it. So we're going to say is, which is our top number. Over of, we don't know what that is. I'm just going to put an X there. Now let me make this look like a fraction so you guys don't get too confused. All right, here we go. And now what you can do is cross multiply. So 100 times 42. Remember, you're just going to put 42 and then add your 2 zeros. And that equals X. I'm cross multiplying again, make it butterfly. X times 60, and that's just going to be 60 X. Remember, these letters don't like anybody, so they want to be by themselves. So what am I going to have to divide by to make the X stay by itself? Well, that's just 60, right? Divide by 60 here, divide by 60 here. If I do it here, I have to do it here. Remember the equal sign. Everything you do here, you have to do over here. So these cross each other out because 60 divided by 60 equals 1. So you're left with just X, which is why we pick that number. There's a reason for it. And then we have to figure out 4,200 divided by 60. What you can do right off the bat, because they both end in zeros, if it's throwing you guys off, is just get rid of a 0. And all of a sudden we have 6 going into 420. Right? I got rid of a 0 from here, and I got rid of a 0 from here. So that's going to be 420. All right. Now, how many times can 6 go into 42? It can't go into 4, but 6 times something equals 42. That's 6 times 7 equals 42. You're left with 0, right? Bring down your next 0 because it is still there. And then 6 times what equals 0? Well, that should be pretty easy for everybody, as long as you remember that rule. 0. So our answer is 70. So 42 is 60% of what number? 70. That's it for number 9. That's the whole front page for you guys.